Dayo, as a Nigerian mom, what do you think are some of the things that are playing into your parenting being from there?
Number one, food.
You have Nigerian food?
Absolutely. Yes. And honestly, I think my kids, they don't like anything else. I mean, if I give them, I mean, they love pizza, yeah, but if I give them like something to Americanize, they look at me like, Mom, what's this? Not that we don't eat it, we eat it, but they prefer our cultural-based food because they are more satisfied and more filling with those ones than the American foods.
And they've grown up eating that at home regularly.
Absolutely. Even the little ones, even my 2-year, yes, absolutely. They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. That's very important to me. So that's like number one. And, the greeting. So like just regular pleasantries, such as you wake up in the morning, you don't just open my door and just say, Mommy, I want food. No, you're going to knock on the door. And when you come in, you acknowledge those in the room and greet them in the right way. And so in our culture, we normally like the ladies will kneel to greet their parents. The men will do like a little, what do I want to call it? Like a push up, so to speak, like in that kind of position. So that's what the boys and the men do. So I've taught them, my husband and I, that this is what you do, and they do it even for those strangers that come and visit us, that are the same culture. So that's how little things like that we've kind of helped them understand that it's important. It just shows a sign of respect.
Yes. And I'm so glad you're teaching them that, because I'm from Pakistan, and in my culture, the way I grew up, I basically, if any adult would come in the room, especially, you growing up, you live with your parents, right? So if your parents would come in the room, the kids would get up from the chair or the couch or wherever they're sitting to pay them respect. And then they would actually move a little bit away to let them pick their spot. And then once they're seated, the kids go back to sitting position. So for me, it's like, but I haven't put that in my kids. I wish I had done that for them, but I haven't really instilled that particular thing in my kid. But I'm glad that the Nigerian roots, are there. And it's so important, even food-wise, they get to eat different types of foods.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's wonderful. I'm so glad you shared that with me. So this might be a little controversial.
Okay.
In terms of screen time.
Okay. Now we're getting there.
we're getting there. Is that something you allow? Is that something you're okay with as a parent?
Oh, Lord. See, this is, I don't know, very controversial, like you said. So I'm a very busy mom, right? And because of that, I'm a work in progress. So in this motherhood journey, no one is perfect. We're all learning as we go. Honestly, I don't want you guys to feel discouraged that you're not doing anything right. It's a work in progress. And as you grow and as you go in this journey, you're going to keep learning. And what you do for the first child might not be what you do from the second child, because the first child is always like a learning process, a learning step, right? Because this is a strange path, strange beginning. But then trust me, the second one will be much easier.
Yeah. And it's never linear. It's never easy.
It's not.
So many different things come into play in this. And sometimes it's made it sound like it's the easiest thing, but it's very taxing on our bodies.
Very much.
It takes a toll on our mental health, and everything comes into play into this. So I am completely on the same page as that, as to like, I don't want the audience or to feel like they're doing something wrong, by allowing some screen time. And even not more than some, maybe in sometimes, more than how much you want to, but
Absolutely.
you do it because you do it.
Exactly. That's why I had to put that disclaimer now. Don't attack me, okay? So with my girls and like their school age kids, right? So no screen time during the week. And they're going to do screen time during the week because they have things like Khan Academy that they have on their tablets. So they do that on their tablets because oftentimes during the week it's pretty busy. So after school, they have tutoring time where they have tutors that will tutor them in the subjects, math, science. They have each day. Monday is readings, they're off on Tuesdays, and then Wednesday is math, and then it goes on, and they have public speaking as well. So their schedule is pretty rigid, right? So when they come up from school, they know pretty much this is just a routine thing, pretty much to get themselves ready. I have the dinner ready already by the time they come back from school, and then they go to their class. After class, they want to have some fun, so they go outside and play on a day that we have good weather, right? Depending on that. On other days, they of course, they want to have fun, And so, okay, they know that the screen time, no screen time during the week, only on weekends, they can do whatever they want. But during that week, if they want to do like educational things, only educational things, and which they know is not something they already know, they better find a new item, a new subject, a new topic that they haven't known before. So they're learning in the course. So they can only have access to educational things during the week. Now, during the weekend, right, they have access to whatever they want. However, I have created, or more like in the privacy, so to speak, YouTube, for example, right? So they have YouTube Kids. I have kind of like cut access from the YouTube world, so to speak. So they can't search anything on their YouTube. It's only what I have programmed in there is what they can watch. So I took my time to select the things that they're allowed to watch, because I've noticed that the things that they're showing it, oh my goodness, if I tell you the things going on in this world nowadays, it is ridiculous what we see on TV. It is so bad. I don't know if you've noticed that.
No, I've noticed that. And my daughter, actually, I was just going to mention that you're ahead of the game and you've kept it so that they're watching only what you want them to watch. But I'm not there yet.
I just started that this year. As I'm saying, it's a work in progress, because I didn't know that. I've been trying to figure out this way a long time ago. There must be a way that they don't have access to everything on YouTube, because I realized that they're watching shorts, where then that shorts is like those little clips that just brings different, diverse. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And some things now that they're showing on TV is contrary to my values, right? Which cannot be a problem, because then my child will want to act the way of what they see on TV, and which is contrary to what I want to instill in them. So what do I have to do? I sat down. So what am I not doing right? And literally went through their YouTube channel, created, picked out and selected the things I wanted them to watch in their tablets. And so the rest of the things are locked. They cannot browse anything. They can't go searching. They have no access to the internet. They can't go do anything I don't want them to do.
That's so wonderful. So you're pretty good with this, all of this.
No, I'm a work in progress.
Like you're like during the weekday, they get to watch only the good stuff.
Yeah.
If they get to watch it during the weekend, they're getting to watch what they want. Still, I'm okay. Well, let's not compare me with that, because I'm not.
No. I'm not perfect. I'm just a work in progress. I promise you.
But I'm glad you shared that, because I think it's good for the audience to know that we as parents or mothers don't consider ourselves perfect, and it's okay to know that it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay to just be. Yeah. Sometimes knowing that you're not perfect.
Yeah,
it's okay to be this way. That's one of the last questions that I wanted to ask you. As a mom, is there anything that you do, especially for your sons, to help them understand that they're equal to girls?
Absolutely. I love that question. Yes. Because honestly, that can also cause some debates right there. It's a very controversial issue. The son you raise now is going to determine how he treats his wife and his kids in the future. That's very important. So if you want to raise a responsible, or if you want, your son to be responsible as a husband and as a father, what are you doing now to teach them responsibility? For my son, he made a mess of his toys. He's going to clean it up. Mom is not going to come clean the toys for you. He's 2, but he knows time to clean up. He's going to get all the toys and clean it up. And you know what my second daughter does? Because she wipes down the tables in the kitchen, dining tables. She involves him in wiping the tables. And I love it so much, because then it's not a girl's chore. You see what I'm saying there?
Absolutely. Like now there's a girl and a boy.
Yes.
Doing it together.
Not because it's not like we're not back in the olden days where the man would just stretch their legs on the tables and it's otherwise bring the food.
No, even I've also seen like even moms doing, oh darling, you're my son, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But, be more pressurizing.
I've seen that too. No. Because then you're raising a lazy man and a lazy father. You're raising a lazy husband, and you're making the wife sweat eventually, because then she's gonna be stressed. And when women are stressed, they get old fast, right? That's the saying.
We're not getting old.
I'm not getting old, so I want to look pretty every day.
Yep.
So what you do now to how you raise your boys determines how they end up in the future. So don't say there's a gender thing. No. If the girls are cleaning, involve your boys to clean. And kids love to help.
Absolutely.
They love it.
They're great helpers.
Yes, they really are. And don't say, oh, they just want to make things messier. No. Remember, the day you started is not the day you became perfect with it. It's a work in progress. The day that starts is not the day they will perfect everything. Practice makes perfect. So continue to give them those chores. Continue to give them those things, and they will eventually get it.
Well, Dayo, it was lovely chatting with you.
Oh, it was such a pleasure.
I personally feel like I learned a lot from you, and I'm really inspired by you.
Thank you.
And you know, it's so nice when you get to meet the same person but in a different way.
Yeah, different perspectives.
Different perspectives. So today we chatted about things that we had never chatted about before. So I'm so glad I got a chance to do that. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.